who just now wanted to switch the head around a little bit here as the pace had quickened up, and Saker dropped out very quickly down on the inside there. This is one that they had a very good go at odds. In behind them came on the outside Politics, pushing Shapes, now getting away from the fence, but as they come around the corner they really let go off that bend. Infatuated Ros Martini, infatuated about a head in front now from Ros Martini. Ripper Rio pushing Shapes, coming right down the outside here with his run as Infatuated reaches the lead. Here's Pushing Shapes gunning him down. Infatuated, Pushing Shapes levelled up in the shadows, got him in the bob, I reckon. Pushing Shapes, I think, right on the line, has won from Infatuated. Ripper Rio, Terra Force came down the outside with a great burst late from Politics, Ros Martini and Saker. The money was certainly off target there, finishing back near enough to last. Well, it appeared as though the tempo would be against a few of those back markers. Ros Martini had been pretty well handled in front, with Infatuated sitting up there under the 60.5, but Pushing Shapes, the weight dropper on its recent run and a couple of very good runs this prep, was back there, had to get away from the fence and concede them a head start. But once it was able to lengthen and balance up, it came at Infatuated here with a very strong finishing burst. Ripper Rio will be third home. He just seemed to switch off at the 600 there, threw his head around a couple of times there and lost his way. He's hung in there for third though, just as we stand by for all placings. They've run 136.65. Pushing Shapes, a Viscount gelding out of Smooth Mover for the Oakland Park Stud Syndicate, managed by Nev Duncan, Danelle Miller, A. Rigdon, P. and M. Whittleton, Mrs. C. Peterson, trained by Ben Pearce, handled by Smokin' Joe as a party. Number one, Infatuated, is second in a Fath Paris Hart gelding for Horse Rails Ben Duncan. So Ben's dad Neville has raced the winner, and son Ben having to be content with running second. Makes for good discussion around the dinner table. Justin Warwick, the trainer, ridden by Chris Parnham, and Ripper Rio third home by Akhenaten from Rio Rose for Grant and Alana Williams, handled by William Pike, and raced by Goldlight nominees J. Roosters, P. Gizzarelli, B. Hills, R. Falcone, L. Fiorucci and Peter Jeffrey Cribb, B. Andrews, L. Kiriopa, P. Woods, M. Pilotta, C. Nelson, Ms. M. Riley, D. Ryan, M. Delina and T. Mitsopoulos. Fourth, Terra Force, coming from last, ahead by 1 length the margins, and they skipped home in 34.62. So we're Pushing Shapes going along really well this preparation. 2 wins into second in the 3 starts that we've seen of the 4-year-old this campaign, and that's 3 out of 19 in total. Timely run there by Smokin' Joe. He had the task in front of him on the corner, but it was equal to the occasion and relishing that drop in the weight. Race 7, the listed Raconteur Stakes. It honours the great 3-year-old of his time. 4:15 post time. Number 9, Ravelli, is the one scratching. 8 starters in the next of our feature black type races. As we take you down to Adam McGrath, he's with winning trainer Benny Pearce.
Thank you, Darren. We've got a new mic now. We'll try that again. Ben, this horse has come back in sensational form. I know this is the second win now from 3 starts and just seems to be ticking along perfectly.
Yeah, he is. The first up run was sensational, and again, second up, he just bumped into a good horse. I mean, a lot of credit goes to Neville Duncan. I actually wanted to run the horse last week over 14, and he taught me how to run it to wait for today over the mile. So yeah, he's made a good choice.
We've always known that he's had a very good turn of foot, but that explosiveness just seems to have gone to the new level now this prep.
Yeah, it has, and I mean, like a bit of an aim for us this prep was to try and get him up over a trip, the 4-year-old with West Speed. So we're looking at 1800 next week, and yeah, have a crack at that.
Has handled the weight back up pretty well in the past as well when had to do that.
Yeah, he has.
Very good, mate. Now, that's the end of your runners today. A couple of seconds and a win, so it's been a pretty good day for the team.
Yeah, can't complain.
Very good, mate. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
Ben Pearce there at winning trainer with number 8 Pushing Shapes, which has taken out that race. We'll grab Joey as a party now. Joey, a nice pickup right here. Of course, Hawley had been riding recent times, but you just seem to rate that horse perfectly. Yeah, I was really happy in the run. The pace was nice and solid, and my horse settled well. Coming into the straight, I just had to wait a little bit to get around politics, and then when I got him out in the clear, he let down really well. It was an interesting race because the two had sort of cleared out and looked as though then Ripper Rio and also Politics were going to run on. They sort of stopped, but then you were the only one that was able to really sustain that run and catch those leaders late. Yeah, like I said, I really had to be patient and really wait, but my horse travelled all the way up into the straight, and I was getting a little bit worried, stuck there on the fence, but once I got out, like I said before, he let down really well. Strong performance over the 16. Ben said straight to the 18 next. There's no concerns there. I don't think so. He ran through the line nice and strong, so as long as he settles well, which I think he will, he'll be very hard to beat. You're on a different galloper for the WATC Derby today. Of course, you hop off Sharon Miller's and you end up on Master Magician. No doubt you'll be probably leading that race. What's your thoughts going into it? Yeah, I will be leading. It's just an out-and-out stay. He hasn't got a great turn of foot, so I'll probably lead and set a pretty good tempo, and hopefully I can outstay him. Best of luck, mate. Thank you. Joey has a party there, winning jockey with Pushing Shapes, taking out race number 6 here at Ascot, the 72 plus over the 1600 metres.